What's going on, y'all? So I was just at the gym and I was thinking about something, man. I overheard a couple content creators talk about this. I overheard, when I was at the barbershop, seeing somebody touch on it briefly. I don't know if it was Marcus Spears or somebody else. I can't remember, but I was hearing about it, pretty much talking about their disappointment in Ceedee Lamb, right? So, the position is Ceedee Lamb a number one wide receiver? Um, you know, I've seen a lot of people take the position of no. Well, I'm here to tell you guys that I take the position of yes. Here's why. They talk about the volume. I say he hasn't got number one wide receiver volume. They said, well, how could you say that? Look at his catches. Well, let me tell you something. That was volume due to the fact that he had other weapons around him. So, he was going against the lesser corners, right? So now, as a number one wide receiver, your expectations is not only higher. You go against, the number one corner every single game. Sometimes you got to get schemed, just a little bit more. Sometimes you got to force feed you a little bit more. And the treatment that other wide receivers get, he doesn't get that. Well, even though we have a small sample, he didn't get that this game. I'm going to tell you why. You say Devontae Adams is a number one wide receiver. You say Cooper Kupp is a number one wide receiver. You say DeAndre Hopkins is a number one wide receiver. You say Justin Jefferson is a number one wide receiver. You say Jamar Chase is a number one wide receiver. Okay, so what's the difference between them and CD, right? I'll tell you the difference, right? The difference is, one, their quarterback trusts them. Their quarterback is going to force feed them the ball, no matter the outcome. Did CD get that this game? No, he didn't. I just find it crazy, that, you would call this man not a number one wide receiver based on one game, and especially if you're looking at the production of what he gave you, that's number one wide receiver title. I don't see number two, number three wide receivers really doing that. So come on now. It's a passing league. Yeah, okay, yeah, there's other good wide receivers on the team, but they don't put up them numbers. So come on, man, let's be real, right? So check this out, right? Did we get the ball in CD hands quick so he can make a play? Did we see that this game? No, we didn't. But do you see that with Jefferson? Do you see that with Adams? Do you see that with Cooper Kupp? Yes, indeed, you do. So also, let's look at Devontae Adams. Shit, he had Aaron Rodgers throwing it to him. Yeah, you can say, Hopkins, he had bum quarterbacks. Yes, indeed, he did. But guess what, though? They schemed to get him the ball. They force feed that ball. They threw him up. They made sure that, hey, I need you to go get it. They trusted him to go get it. Do we do that same thing with CD? No, we don't. So how could we call just off of one game that he's not a number one wide receiver when he hasn't even had the opportunity to be able to show y'all the number one wide receiver? Yeah, did CD have a drop? Yes, indeed he did. Because CD had played better? Yes, indeed he could have. But don't act like, he get the same treatment as another one wide receivers do. They have scheme. They have a pretty decent quarterback. Not saying that CD don't have a good quarterback, because he does. But out of all the quarterbacks, and y'all know I've been talked about this, man, since January, February, right? What has CD been force-fed? I'm talking about that game with the Buccaneers. He should have had 15 targets. Did CD get that? No, he did. No, he did not. You should have made him. You should have threw him bubble screens. You should have made sure. You see the way that they were putting the ball in Julio's hand? Huh? Giving them sweeps? You didn't do none of that with CD. You didn't even give him the opportunity to make a play. Other wide receivers get the opportunity to make a play. Now, if you give him the opportunity, whether it's in his vicinity, or you force feed him, or whatever the case may be, and he doesn't make the play, then that's another story. But let's just not act like, that, the offensive coordinator, this scheme ain't holding. Remember, we are an opportunity scheme, right? We supposedly not have your number one wide receiver. So why are you holding them to number one wide receiver expectations when they clearly said that in the scheme, we're an opportunity scheme. So there may be Gallup may have 10 catches one game and CD may have 3. You know, a tight end may have more. You know, just however the game went. They're going with the flow of the game. You have a team that goes with the flow of the game. You know, with Chase, with Hopkins, no, they said that you will be the flow of the game. We're going to dictate this. We're going to force for we know that you're going to throw them the ball and you still can't stop it because my wide receiver is better than your corner. So, can we give Ceedee an opportunity to prove that he's better than other number 1 corners? You know, can Kellen force feed in the ball? Can Dak audible? Hey, go get it, Ceedee. Hey, nah, man, we gonna do this quick pass, man. I'm gonna throw it 3 yards, man. I need you to go get the rest of the 3-4 yards. Can we put him in positions like that? It's crazy how a rookie like Jamar Chase, it's crazy how Justin Jefferson can come on the scene and come on hot. But for some reason, man, we got to hold it back. Come on, y'all talk about how Amari Cooper and Dez Bryant, they get a chance. So hold Ceedee to that same standard of them not trying to see him shine. Because evidently that's got to be because it don't make no sense. Because we know CDs are better than a lot of them corners. It's crazy how people around the league think that he's a number 1 wide receiver and can do it. But it's crazy how we don't. It's crazy how we don't see the bigger picture. Your quarterback holding them back and your offensive coordinator holding him back. Give him the opportunity. Now, if you gave him a bigger opportunity and he fails, then so be it. Then I'll come back on here and, hey, he's not a number 1 wide receiver. But until I see that, then everything else is just talk. So give him an opportunity. Give him, okay, we know what wide receivers core that we're going against. We know that they insufficient. Okay, so get this man 15 targets on Sunday, and let's see what he do with them. And if you're going to continue to give him 5, 6 targets, man, I ain't trying to hear it. That's not enough. You know, when Kobe Bryant, right, sometimes when he scored 30 points, guess what? He took damn near 30 shots. That's over 60 points worth of shots because you know he took some threes. You don't talk about the missed shots. You talk about the made shots, right? You talk about what he dropped, right? When we looked at his 81 points, right? We don't look at how many shots he took. We look at, damn, he scored 81 points. You know, when Brandon Marshall had them, I believe it was damn near 20 catches. If not 20 catches, do we look at the targets? No, we look at the catches. So give him the opportunity. That's all I'm saying, y'all. But that's all I got to say around regarding that, man. Y'all like, comment, and subscribe. We out.